All right, so welcome to day 5 of Athletic Every Day. Today is actually an off day on the program, so there's no programmed Olympic weightlifting today. And I'm just about to enter into the last week of the weightlifting program. So what I wanted to do today is just to have a nice fun workout, something nice and light, nice and easy. This whole entire workout probably took me the best part of maybe an hour. So I started off with some core work, some foam rolling just to loosen up, make sure that my lower body was feeling good. I also did my back as well. I don't do this very often. I probably do it 3 to 4 times a week, maybe on tops. Just do it as and when I feel I need it. But foam rolling, the only real proven benefit of foam rolling is that it just increases your body's mobility before a workout. It doesn't help recovery, doesn't help to increase blood flow or circulation. All it does is increase the mobility of your muscles before a workout. And as usual, moved into some skipping, a bunch of different variations. Then I did some multi-directional lunges just so I could get some multi-planar work in, so I'm not just working in that sagittal plane, which a lot of weightlifting movements are. Really wanted to focus on getting some transverse and frontal plane movements in there as well, because obviously in sports and athletic movements, for the most part, you're actually always going to be moving in some combination of all 3 planes of motion: frontal, sagittal, and transverse. And that transverse plane is the key to unlocking a good amount of athletic power. So yeah, this warm-up was primarily just to prime my legs. I didn't want to do too much jumping today. I ended up doing some dunks, very, very low rim dunks. And what I was doing beforehand was just making sure that my lower legs, so my ankles, my ankle-calf complex was just feeling like it had a nice pump in it, like it was primed and just ready to absorb force from the landings, because the lower leg is like the first line of defense when it comes to preventing knee pain or just anything else above the body. So I did the FHL calf raises and the tibialis raises a la knees over toes guy. Guy's got some fantastic stuff and really, really useful information. So I did that before I moved into some very low rim dunks. This is 8'3", I believe, which is the lowest the rim goes. I tried to do all 4 plants to the highest rim I possibly could, but I'm so shit at jumping off of one leg. Like it just doesn't come naturally to me at all. I'm not a very elastic jumper. I'm a bit more of a power jumper. And here I am practicing trying to cuff the ball in a jump. It's just not happening. I really don't know how to jump off my right leg. So I'm not a particularly good one-leg jumper, and I'm not right-footed, so that doesn't work out for me. But I ended up getting up to about 9 foot, I believe, 9 foot on the highest attempts. Tried to do an off-vert attempt there, and this is the first time dunking in about probably 3 or 4 months, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I didn't want to just cause any knee pain. Then I moved on to some muscle ups, because I haven't trained muscle ups in a little while as well, and they are really fun to do. So just make sure that my shoulders are warmed up and feeling good before the muscle up with some skin the cat here. A really great exercise for shoulder mobility. And then what I really wanted to focus here on these muscle ups is just trying to make them as clean as possible, trying not to bend my knees too much. The first rep was quite clean, the second one not so much, and obviously the third one, yeah, not so great, but yeah, not too bad. And then I finished up with just a little bit of front levering and so on. And I supersetted that with some Lou raises again, because Lou raises, again, they make my shoulders feel really good. It's also nice to feel a pump in the deltoids. And this exercise is so underrated because it not only works your delts, it works the whole shoulder scapular complex. It works pretty much everything, from the shoulder to the shoulder blade. It gets it all moving through a full range of motion. It really is a fantastic movement. So I would highly recommend this if you ever have any shoulder problems. A set of these, you don't have to go particularly heavy, just have to do them to a set until you get a nice pump, and your shoulders are going to feel amazing afterwards. Then moved into that second set. I think this was probably one of the best ones. The first rep here was really nice. Only bending through the hips slightly there to help myself up with momentum. A clean or even a slow muscle up would be a goal of mine in the future. I really want to get a lot better at muscle ups. I just haven't practiced them that much, really. I've been able to do them for a couple of years now, but I don't really train them that frequently. Again, another set of Lou raises. I did 3 sets of 3 apiece, so 3 sets of, I think it was 12 on the Lou raises, and then I finished up with a finisher on the Lou raises, where I just did lateral raises. So Lou raises are the full range of motion, going through full shoulder circumduction. I think it's called circumduction when you do this, or is it circumflexion? I'm not 100% certain, but yeah, you do full range of motion with this, and then on the last set, I actually finished with just some partials to get a nice pump in my shoulders. You know, lateral raises, you know, they're not exactly an athletic exercise. I just do them purely because I like to get a pump in my shoulders, makes them look sick, and you know, some people would say a part of being an athlete is looking aesthetic. You know, maybe it makes you look better, but you know, it's not about how you look, it's more about how you perform. So this last set was a little bit challenging. You can actually see quite badly how my elbow was hyperextending there. Another attempt at front lever. Drop a comment below if you think front lever is an athletic movement, or if an isometric hold is athletic. Something I've been debating with myself in my head quite a lot recently. Like, I'm not really sure if you could I mean, obviously people that do planches and front levers, like, they have a certain level of athleticism, but is it the same level of athleticism as saying, like, maybe dunking on a 10-foot rim? Like, you know, this is a debate, you know, that needs to be had. I personally would say that it's more challenging and more athletic to dunk on a 10-foot rim. It hits more components of athleticism, but there's a lot to be said for, you know, static strength and static control of your body. That is also a component of athleticism. Strength is a component of athleticism. So yeah. And then I just finished off, as I said previously, with just some lateral raises. I pretty much went to failure, or like, you know, to the point where I got a really nice pump in my shoulders. And then obviously at the end, you've got to check the pump. And that's pretty much it for today's episode. I will see you guys tomorrow for the beginning of the last week of the weightlifting program. Drop a comment below what you thought of today, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.